All right, so I'm here with Holly. Holly, how old are you?
31.
And are you originally from Arizona?
Yes.
Are you homeless right now?
Yes.
How long have you been homeless?
Probably off and on. Maybe like 5 years or so. But like this last time, probably a few months maybe. I mean, it's hard to tell because like I had a place I could stay, but I very rarely, if that makes sense.
So you have options. You could go stay at places.
I did at one point. It was like a girlfriend of mine, her mom would let us stay there sometimes, but we recently were kind of kicked out, and we didn't always stay there because because this has kind of happened before to where we were kind of kicked out or we weren't really wanted to be there for just because she knew we were using.
And how did you end up homeless the first time?
When my mom has custody of my kids. Well, right now she does. But when this first happened, DCS was involved with my kids, and I was staying probably with my mom, and I couldn't stay there when they were there at the time.
So you just decided to leave?
No, it was either me or my kids. Like I couldn't stay there if they were there because I wasn't able to be there with them alone, like by myself and stuff like that.
And what about substance abuse? Do you have any substance abuse problems?
Yes.
What do you mess with?
Fentanyl and G.
So blues and G.
Yeah.
How long have you been messing with the blues?
The fentanyl blues, probably like 2 years. I did used to do prescription ones probably the first time about like 7 years ago.
Is that how you got introduced to them? Through the prescriptions and then you
Yeah.
went into the blues?
Yeah.
How about the G? How did you start with that?
I would say recreationally. Since I was probably like 14 years old, I off and on did G, but it's only kind of really bad when I'm doing opiates with it, I want to say. So I feel like, or I could tell myself I'm not addicted to G, but I kind of use it to maybe like stay awake or something when I'm on blues or on any opiates to like even me out.
So what's the difference between the G and the blues?
Personally, I don't really like using G by itself because I get anxiety. But when I'm using blues and I'm falling out, like or getting really tired, I don't want to fall asleep. Especially being out here, I pretty much like try to stay awake because I don't want to like fall asleep somewhere and somebody like roll up on me or be somewhere where fall asleep somewhere where I'm not comfortable. You know what I mean? So I try to stay up, basically, until I find somewhere.
Is that because it's dangerous out here in the streets?
Yeah.
How dangerous is it out here?
And the last couple weeks, probably like a couple weeks ago, I've actually been held at gunpoint for my purse, which I didn't even really have anything in it, but have seen somebody else been stabbed for like somebody taking their purse. People tell me, things that have happened to them. It's pretty dangerous, whether it's, somebody, that's just like a dangerous person, or people being against each other, like fighting over some dope or anything, really. You know what I mean?
So they wanted to jack you for your purse?
Yeah.
Did you know the person or not?
No, so I actually, I I kind of put myself in these situations too. So I actually got into the car with somebody for a ride,
Yeah.
and literally like within a block, they drove probably a block and literally put a gun to my head and clocked it back or whatever and told me not to move, just give me my purse. And then basically I did and ran, and they just told me to get out after that.
So is that what you do to survive out here? Do you do dates?
Yeah.
Okay. How many dates do you do a day?
It depends really. I mean, honestly, probably only maybe up to 5. I don't really do a lot. First of all, it's hot. I don't have a phone like some people do to like get dates that way. And I don't really like, I don't like to. I just do it to support my habit.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I've done other things like boosting and stuff, but recently been without a vehicle.
Yeah.
So when I had a vehicle, that was easier. Now it's so hot, not having a vehicle, it's hard to have money to support my habit, and even just or get a room, which I haven't actually done that in a long time. But I used to for a while. In the beginning, I used to get rooms every night with like my girl and another friend would also pitch in. But now it's kind of like, probably now it's the worst, like where I'm actually outside, not really bouncing around places, not in a room, you know what I mean? So like the last couple weeks I've been hard. Last night I've actually been awake because like I said, I like to stay up, and like last night I wasn't really, like super high, but I was just so tired that people had like a friend of mine and my girl had to kind of like carry me like to where and make me like, my friend has a place they sleep, like a little spot that they sleep, so she let me sleep there for a couple hours, and they had to like kind of walk me there because I couldn't even walk because I was like deliriously tired. So
And do you still have family out here in Arizona?
I do, but like I said, so I have my mom, and she has 2 of my sons. There I have 3. She has 2 of my kids. She's kind of has custody over. How she doesn't necessarily want me there being, high over there very much, but also I could go there, but sometimes like when I've been up for like this long, I don't like them to see me like that. So I don't go as much as I should, like I have, and I do sometimes, but I feel like when I'm doing bad, I just don't want them to see me that way. So.
How old are your sons?
My oldest is 13, and I have a 9-year-old and a 3-year-old.
And do they know about mom's situation?
My 13-year-old definitely does. And my mom recently got custody of him. We actually hadn't seen him in like 4 years, and he just came back into her life and my life. But he knows, and it's like, because he's older, and he, I don't know, he knows what's going on. And my 9-year-old, he lives with his dad actually, and they tell him that I'm sick. They don't really, I don't know if he knows like exactly what that means or what they exactly even tell him.
They probably do. They probably put 2 and 2 together.
Right. But I mean, he's more sheltered.
Kids are really smart.
Yeah. My 13-year-old just, there's kids his age out here, 13, and it's hard. Like it's hard to see. I don't want to see him like that.
Yeah.
And he's starting to get like, to where he's interested in like weed. Like I know that he has smoked weed before, and it worries me.
Yeah.
But so.
So are you planning on getting clean anytime soon?
I am. I mean, I have been, you know what I mean? It's hard. Like, actually, a few months back, I went to detox. I tried to go to detox. I went to Banner Thunderbird, which there they have a mental health facility. The thing about those places is you kind of have to say you're suicidal to get help, like, because whether it's insurance or whatever it is. I tried to go there and said I was suicidal. I was there for probably 20 hours without them giving me any medication, anything at all to like help me be comfortable. So I kind of got up and I kind of, said like I want to leave. I tried to leave. I couldn't leave, like, because the hospital, they, lock you in that specific area because I said I was suicidal. They wouldn't let me leave. They said the quickest way that I could leave is if CBI picks me up. A few hours later, CBI picked me up. And I don't know if you're familiar with CBI, but I've actually gone to detox there once before, but you do have to be hurting really bad to go into their detox. They can deny you after being waiting for like 12 to 20 hours. And when you get into the back, it's also a shelter. So there's people, peeing in a trash can in front of you. There's like 120 beds. It's probably dirtier than it is out on the streets. So it's kind of like scary in there. A lot of people don't want to stay there. I happened to go there, and I was actually, my girl actually had went to detox also, and she pulls up with her mom, and her mom brings us to Copper Springs because from what I've heard, it's a lot nicer. Now, like I said, even Copper Springs, you have to say you're suicidal. So actually this time I went there before, like last year I want to say, and they denied me because I didn't say that. Nobody told me I was supposed to say that. I also had a DCS case and didn't want to say that and then to ruin my case, but I didn't even know. So now my case is closed. However, when I went there this time, they kind of put me right away back into a room after I'd been waiting for 20 hours at these other places. And there's 10 other people in there kicking, freezing in there. I feel like it's like almost impossible. Like, and then I asked somebody how long they'd been there. It was 3 o'clock in the afternoon. They'd been there since 7 in the morning. I'd already waited however many hours. I was already hurting. And then I was like, there's no way I'm waiting that long to get any meds, you know what I mean? And so I ended up leaving there. Now, I have since then planned on going back because now I know what more to expect. And I think they usually don't put you in that waiting room first. They usually assess you right away. But it's summer, so a lot of people are trying to get off the streets right now and go to detox, is what I've heard. That's why. But so like I plan to go back, but it's hard sometimes when you're out here. Like, you're planning to do something, like, I don't even have a phone. It's hard to even contact anybody. One day leads to another day, then another week, and it goes by fast, you know what I mean? And then before you realize it's been months. So, but yeah, I do want to go back. I don't even know why. I think I'm ashamed because my mom had taken me before, and she was upset that I didn't stay. So, yeah. So I don't want to go. I stay away because I don't like to disappoint her. Sometimes, right? Because I don't want her to see me like this and even more disappoint her. So that's why.
What kind of advice would you give to the younger generation if they're thinking about trying blues or G?
I would hope that, seeing like my situation and just like from when, I only had used recreationally because somebody else had it. And like out here, it's so bad out here. Schools are around. Like somebody could just be curious by seeing somebody on the street. It's just messed up because people don't care. They'll just smoke right on the street. I would hope that, like I hope with my son, like I would hope that them seeing where it could lead would stop that. Because like with the blues, these blues, the fentanyl, like they're different. It's almost like the high is stronger, but it lasts only a short amount of time. So it's like people are constantly chasing it. Constant chase. Like it's almost like the crack of opiates, I think. And it's like it can take one time for you to get addicted. So, and I've seen that happen a lot of times. So, just would hope. I mean, I would want, somebody to, because a lot of kids have a lot to live for in their lives, and I see people out here that have had scholarships or whatever, and they just let it all go for blues, or now they're homeless, literally living outside, So it's sad to see, but I definitely would hope that seeing what it's done to people out here will change that.
All right. And for my last question, if one of your loved ones gets to see this interview, what would you like to tell them?
Just that I'm sorry for disappointing them, and I hope that they do know that I do want better, but and hopefully that if they see this, again, maybe, or anybody sees this, it can maybe help their choices, and at least something good come out of it. And I'm trying. I could be trying harder, and I feel like I don't know. I could be trying harder, and hopefully, this could be something that can open my eyes just even thinking about it. Because we do these to block us out, to block our minds from it. Cope. So.
All right. Well, thank you for the interview. I really do appreciate it. And are you okay with me using it on my YouTube channel?
Yeah.
And before I leave, do you have any kind of social media or anywhere that my subscribers can look you up just in case they have anything they want to, any kind of help they want to extend, like maybe a donation or job offer or anything like that?
Yeah. My Facebook account, that's probably the only social media I really use. Not a lot, but my name is Holly, Holly, and then last name is actually Glogwitz, so that's GlogieWicz. And I don't look like this, I look different. So my hair's not short. I look a little bit different, so
Okay.
yeah.
All right, Holly, thank you. I appreciate it.
Thank you.